Okay, good morning to everyone. Uh, this is Dr. Shanoli Ray, founder and CEO of EDVISHAN. Let me introduce EDVISHAN shortly. EDVISHAN is an ISO certified and MSME Government of India registered leading educational platform that offers a wide range of online and offline training programs designed to equip learners with the necessary skills to succeed in various industries. The platform's primary objective is to make quality education accessible and affordable to everyone, regardless of their background or location. With a focus on both theoretical knowledge and practical application, EDVISHAN offers courses in a variety of fields, including media, aviation, entrepreneurship, and many more. The platform's courses are designed and delivered by industry experts who bring real-world experience to the learning process. EDVISHAN also provides internship opportunities to students, allowing them to gain hands-on experience and develop their skills further. The platform also offers placement assistant programs which help students secure jobs in their desired industries after completing the courses. In addition to the courses, EDVISHAN also collaborates with institutes and organizations to provide customized training programs that meet the specific needs of their learners. The platform's courses are designed to be accessible to everyone, regardless of their prior knowledge or experience. And the training sessions can be delivered both online and offline mode. EDVISHAN's commitment to providing quality education and empowering learners has had a significant impact on society. The platform has helped thousands of individuals develop the skills they need to succeed in their careers, contributing to the growth and development of various industries. With its focus on accessibility, affordability, and quality, EDVISHAN is at the forefront of educational revolution, transforming the way we learn and work. In this regard, EDVISHAN organizes various kinds of workshops, some of which are free and some of are paid. Today, EDVISHAN has organized a free workshop on financial management and banking. And we have a very distinguished guest today to conduct this workshop. He is none other than Dr. M. Ramanannan Iyer, a former chairman of 2 banks and chairman of UNAC, Tamil Nadu. He has 50 years of rich experience in industry as chief financial officer and is now senior professor in international finance at VIT University, Vellore. He has served in all parts of India and has won several awards. So let's welcome Dr. Ramanan, and the stage is all yours, sir. Please start your workshop.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for the kind introduction and the appreciative words, Ms. Sonali Ray and Vikram Singalji. I am speaking from Chennai, whereas our university is at Vellore. All of you might have heard about VIT University. Among the private universities in India, it is the number one. It is the most sought after university. And I was not an academician in the beginning. As I was telling Ms. Sonali, I started my career in banking in Bank of India at Calcutta at the age of 20. I was posted as a probationary officer. I started my career in Bank of India at the main branch. Then I worked in various branches in Bihar, UP, and other places. Then I moved to IDBI. At that time, there was a development financing institution. because it is financing only industrial projects. I wanted to specialize in that. So I was selected by IDBI directly as a manager. Then I was moved to SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. Then I moved to the Bharat Heavy Electricals as the GM Finance, where the power projects are being financed and implemented based at Calcutta and other places. So right now, after my retirement, I am associated with a large number of education institutions, and one of them being the VIT University. The two banks where what Ms. Sarvali mentioned, one is in Gujarat, another is in Maharashtra. They are two small finance banks. We are going to discuss what is a small finance bank, what is the difference between SFB and others. So these two are based in local, Suppose you are not branched out to other places, only you are confined to your own district or your own taluk, having 10 branches and all that. This bank is in Jalgaon, a place in Maharashtra. Another bank which is in Surendranagar in Gujarat. The bank in Gujarat and Surat and all that, there are large number of cooperative banks, urban cooperative banks in the state of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Actually, I would say those two states are the forefront of industrialization. You are aware of that. Gujarat and Maharashtra, they account for 40% of the income tax and all that. And lot of industries are there. The two reasons why they are very successful is they have a large network of banks. And more, the promoters are, Madam was telling in the beginning, you should be entrepreneurial in your approach. You should not look for a job. You should be a job provider. I always tell my students, in the beginning, you will find it difficult. Suppose you get an offer after you do your MBA, you are getting an offer to get a job in TCS or an IT company or Ashok Leyland or a big company, you will be very enthused. That means you are going to a comfort zone. You are going yourself to a comfort zone. But at that age, as you have 20, 22 and all that, you should not look for comfort. You should look for challenges. For example, I am telling you, I was reading a newspaper today morning. The President of Indian National Congress today, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, is 82. And he was so energetic in running the election. In Karnataka, they have won. Despite the fact there was a propaganda roadshow, everything by the Prime Minister and others, this old man has created history. He is the President of Indian National Congress. His age is 82. He has got a lot of ailments. What I am telling is, he is in a challenging zone. He could have remained comfortably at home, watching the TV, because he was a minister, he is a leader of the opposition in the parliament. He can remain at home. Nobody is going to ask him. But he wanted to take it as a challenge. I see as a challenge, Congress is revived. I'm just quoting. I'm not telling politics. I don't go to politics at all. But what I'm trying to say is, always look for challenges. Don't look for comfort zone. So I tell my students who have done MBA, I got thousands of students who have been educated by me in various universities, various workshops I conduct. Most of them have become entrepreneurs. It's not difficult to become an entrepreneur. What you require is, only one thing is required to become an entrepreneur, not money. No money is required. You should have a positive attitude. It is your attitude which changes your life. If you look everything positively, you will succeed. If you look everything negatively, you will never succeed. Suppose you start an activity, somebody will come and tell you, don't do this. See, many people who started industry and all that, they failed. Why do you take those examples? You take those examples who are successful. I can give you thousands of success stories. They may have thousands of failure stories, but don't listen to the failure stories. Failure stories are lessons only. It's a guide. You should not do the same mistake. But success stories are for motivating you. You should get motivated by reading the success stories. See, you read the story of Ramayana. He was able to fight against the Ravan is a emperor. Ram was not having any army or anything. He was alone in the forest with his brother. His wife has been taken away by Ravan. You know that. How he fought against, how he mobilized the army of Vanaras, and how he strategized the whole plan. how he executed, he won the war. So he was very positive that he is going to redeem his wife from the clutches of the Ravan, isn't it? The story, don't look at the religious aspect. Look at only from as an outsider, you will see he was a very challenging person. So what was required is a positive attitude. Look at everything positively. Don't look at negatively. You get up the morning, you think that today is a very good day. You sleep at night, you think when you get up, you think you are living a very comfortable life or a challenging life. You want to go for what? So I tell my students, there are so many of my students who got job in TCS. They left the job, they became entrepreneurs. Today they are very happy. And India is the third largest economy. You are aware of that. We are the third largest economy and we are having the maximum population in the world. We haven't surpassed China in population. Population is not a burden. Population is a boon, is a human resource. The most important resource in the world is human resource, not financial resources, not natural resources. They come after that. The human resource is the most important resource. Because human mind can think, it is creative, it is innovative, it can do several wonders. You have seen so many scientific explorations which has happened in the last 100 years in the field of medicine. We were able to discover a vaccine for COVID within a few months' time and save thousands of lives. So it's a human resource, isn't it? Human mind which has done the research. So the research which has taken place in so many years in medicine, in every field, it has helped us a lot. So coming to the subject today, we are having two areas, financial management and banking. I would request Ms. Sonali to have part 2 also some other day on the same subject, because it is not easy to complete these two topics in 1 hour's time.
Yes.
But I'll give an
Maybe
introduction to that.
next Sunday we can do the part 2 of it.
Yeah, part 2 of that you can take it. Now today we will give an introduction only of financial management, because she has agreed for a second session on banking next week. I will say, what is financial management? Can someone from the audience tell me what do you mean by
how to manage our finances?
Oh, Ashwini is there. Ashwini Anguraj, I find the name. Ashwini,
Yes, sir.
what do you understand by financial management?
Management of money in the appropriate ways.
You are studied in VIT, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are one of my students, one of the most brilliant students. I am very happy that you are in the participants. Now, what is financial management is nothing but it very word shows managing finance. But it differs from person to person, isn't it? For example, you take a corporate. They have to also do the management of finance. Personal finance is a personal financial management. You earn money. You have to set apart for so many activities. You earn, suppose you are a monthly earner. You are getting a salary. 1 month expenditure may be more. For example, now admissions are coming, isn't it? You are getting admissions for schools and colleges. Naturally, for your brothers, sisters, or for your own children, you will have to spend money on admissions. It's a one-time expenditure coming once in a year or once in 6 months, like that. So financial management is basically planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the financial activities of an enterprise. So the 4 things are there. One is planning, another is organization, third is directing, fourth one is controlling. So very it concerns with the procurement. What is its meaning we are seeing? Are you able to see the slide, please?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the slide? Okay. It refers
Yes,
the efficient and effective management of money in such a manner as to achieve the goals of the organization. So, what is the goal of the organization? Can someone tell me from the audience? What is the goal of a business organization? We are talking of business organizations, not charitable organizations. A business entity I am talking, a business enterprise, a micro or small enterprise. What is the goal of, what are the goals? Anyone? Can anyone tell me what is, at least you tell one goal.
To generate revenue.
Generate revenue. Okay. That is, I will put it in a better form. Earn profits, isn't it? Generate revenue. Why do you want to generate revenue? After spending money, you should be left with profit, isn't it? You are invested your money. You are taken, say, borrowed from money from the banks or friends, relatives, like that. You have to repay them, or you have to pay interest to them. So you have to generate revenue. Out of that, you should make profit. So the two words in financial management we always use is gross profit and net profit. Profit is a motive of an organization, no doubt about that. The most important goal is profit, profit, profit. And year after year, you should increase the profit. Suppose last year I have shown 100 crores at revenue, total revenue. I have shown a profit of say 5 crores. Normal rule is 5% of the revenue is a profit. It's a thumb rule. The thumb rule will differ from organization to organization. Some may be having more volume, less margin. Some may be having more margin, less volume. For example, IT companies like TCS and all that, they do not have much of expenditure, isn't it? Only salary to employees and the building. Only out of that revenue, say 100 rupees is revenue, they make a profit of 40 rupees. It's very high. But in a manufacturing unit, for example, you take Achi Masala, where I was a director, we do a turnover of 100 crores, we end with a profit of only 1 crore. An IT company with 100 crores turnover, making 40 crores profit. A manufacturing company with 100 crores turnover, making 1 crore profit. Both are there. That is the reason why we find India is having more and more of service activities. You know, Indian economy is made up of 3 components. I think all of you are aware how GDP is calculated. You have got agriculture, you have got manufacturing industries, then you have got the service-oriented enterprises. So if you see the breakup, agriculture is less than 10, industries around 20 to 25, about 60% comes from services like banking, like insurance, like education, like so many other activities, railways and all that, where there is no manufacturing. It's only providing services. For example, banking is full of services. Mutual funds, we are going to see capital markets. So they are only providing services. They are only trying to take the money from one place, putting in another place. So the goal of any organization, one is maximize profit. I earn more and more profit every year. I will, as a banker, if you ask me, in the 40 years of banking, what I used to see is the top line and the bottom line. If you see the balance sheet, top line is a sales. If you see the top line, bottom line is a net profit. After providing for all expenses, I provide for depreciation, I provide for taxation, everything. What I am left with? If the top and the bottom are very good, I lend. If either the top or the bottom is not good, I won't lend. Very simple. So when you give the balance sheet to a banker or an investor, he will not go through the entire balance sheet running to several pages. Okay, what is his revenue? How much profit is made? That's all. Immediately. Then next step will go deep. Okay, let me go through the other analysis of balance sheet and all that, other ratios and all that. So the goal of an organization is maximize profit. Okay, but what about an organization? Is it only the people who have started the industry? Does it have any other persons? I am starting a venture. Let us say, I'll just make it clear. I am starting a venture. I have started a hotel project. Let us say a restaurant I have started. Very simple, isn't it? You find so many restaurants are there. There are some are posh restaurants, some are very ethnic, some are attached to hotels and all that. Okay, I started a restaurant. I invested money in that restaurant. Okay, I say the cost of the project is about 10 crores or something like that. I invested money in that project about 1 crore. The rest has come from either banks, my friends, relatives, and all that. So if I maximize the profit, does it help everybody? Who are all the people having stake in business? Anyone? other than the people who started the venture. They are called promoters. Yes, please.
Investors.
Investors, okay. Investors like banks, investment companies, venture capital funds, private equity investors. There are so many investors are there. Investment is a very broad word. There are private equity investors. There are shareholders, isn't it? Other than the promoters, people are shareholders. Then banks are given loan. So here we differentiate. Here we differentiate. The first word in financial management is it a debt or is it an equity? We have got two things, like two eyes we are having, 2 ears we are having. In financial management, the first question is asked, as I told you, the bottom line and the top line. One more two things what we see is it a debt or is it an equity? A debt generally is repayable. Debt is repayable. That means it is a borrowing. Both are borrowing. Equity is also borrowing. Even if I invest money in my own company, for the company it is a borrowing. Even though I have put my own money in the started a venture, a private limited company, for the company I am an investor, isn't it? Company is different, you are different. Please note, under the Companies Act, these two are not the same. Even if I start a company with a minimum 2 persons, myself and my wife or myself and my son, I start a company, let us say Ramana and Company Limited, Private Limited. Ramana and Company Private Limited is different from Mr. Dr. Ramanan. He may be the promoter, but any day this company can be transferred, the shares can be transferred to some other person. That's the advantage of a limited organization, limited company. So people prefer to start a limited company because in limited company there is always growth. In partnership there is not much of growth. In sole proprietorship it is not there. That's why today the Securities and Exchange Board of India, which is controlling the investments like mutual fund, capital markets, everything, SEBI, is telling all the micro, small, medium enterprises, because EDVISHAN is also MSME, all they are telling, you become a corporate. You become a corporate. Get it listed in the Bombay Stock Exchange or the National Stock Exchange. There are two stock exchanges. Then you can get a lot of capital from the not only domestic investors, from overseas investors, foreign direct investment and all that are possible. So when you start itself, you should not say, sir, I'll see that after I grow. Why I should do now? You should do it in the beginning itself, because the seed becomes a tree, isn't it? Seed becomes the tree. If the seed is not very strong, the tree will fall down at any time. So for the tree to survive, the seed should be very strong. Well, sorry, when you start the organization, you start it as a corporate body. So in a corporate, there are several stakeholders. The financial management is to meet the satisfaction of all the stakeholders. Not only the stockholders, stock is different, stake is different. STAKE, that is STOCK. Stake means who are all having connection with that company. For example, in the case of, I just gave the example, a ready-made garment unit. Ms. Sonali has started a ready-made garment unit, let us say. It's a micro enterprise. Investment of about 1 crore she has made. She has taken a loan, let us say. Now, who are all the stakeholders? That already you answered. One is the investor. Second one is a promoter. Promoter may be investor also. In many of the cases, promoters are investors. There are no other investors. Okay. So promoters and investors. Okay. Then who else? Who are all the other stakeholders? Anyone, please?
Customers.
Huh?
Who will be our customers?
Customers. How do you call them? Customers. That is at say, you can say the customers are stakeholders. How do they have stake in you? Because they are the people who buy your product, okay, or render your services. Okay, customers. Then who are the fourth one? Internal customers. Who are internal customers? Employees. See, you are running a show, you are only a leader. You don't do everything yourself. You require the help of people who are the car driver, you require the truck driver. If you are a manufacturing unit, so many employees will be working. All of them are stakeholders, isn't it? If the company is not doing well, you are not earning profit, how will you pay their salary? How will you pay their bonus? How will you take care of their requirements? Not only salary and bonus, other facilities to staff. So one is your customer, second is a promoter, third is the investor, fourth is the internal customer, the employees of the organization. Who is the fifth one? Most important among the stakeholders, the government. How the government is surviving, you tell me. Today, how the government is getting the money for its expenditure? By taxes, isn't it? Direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax is income tax. Indirect tax is GST. Goods and services tax. Who are all paying the tax? Government is collecting the tax, isn't it, from you? If you are not there, if the industry is not there, if the service activity is not there, from where the government will get the money? If people are not earning, how will they get income tax? If people are not manufacturing, how will they get that goods and services tax? So the government is a stakeholder. The government is more worried because when they prepare their budget, they see what is the GDP of the country. GDP is made up of the three I told you: agriculture, manufacturing, and services. So is the country growing, economically growing? If the country grows more, there will be more tax collection, then there will be more money for developmental activities, infrastructure, development of roads, development of power projects and all that. The country will grow. When the country grows, economy grows. Okay. So the fifth stakeholder is the government. What is the sixth stakeholder? Next one. There are 6 people who are bothered about financial management of the company. Not only the promoters. The sixth one is the society at large. You are operating in a social environment. Suppose you are setting up a leather project. Ashwini is coming from a place which is known for manufacturing leather goods in Tamil Nadu, Ranipet, Paniyambadi and all that. Now, for example, you are using the local resources, you are contaminating the lakes, you are spoiling the ecosystem. So the public are worried about that. So the public is a stakeholder. For example, in many places we find there is high level of pollution. For example, you go to Neyveli Power Corporation in Tamil Nadu, where power is generated. I was also in a power organization, BHEL. We put up power plants. I have done 2 power plants in West Bengal. One is at Durgapur, near Durgapur, Bakreshwar, a place near Durgapur. It is from the West Bengal Power Development Corporation. Another I did by Jojo Bera, another one, 2 power projects. Why power projects? They are using the coal. They are using coal, so they generate lot of ash. So this ash is not good for health. If you breathe the ash, what will happen is it will give into lot of bronchial problems, asthma and all that. So the society is concerned about the social health and employment opportunities, isn't it? People who are in that area should get maximum employment. I should not bring people from Assam and UP and all that to run the industry here, because people who are basically from that place, they should get employment. Okay. So the public is a stakeholder. So financial management refers to satisfying all these stakeholders. Now we are going to see how financial management will take care of these people. This activity concerned with the planning, raising, controlling, and administering funds used in the business. Yes. What is planning? How do you plan? Suppose I want to start a ready-made garment units, or I want to start a franchise of some famous brand, which is famous for say Lakme or something like that. You want to start a franchise, isn't it? You are having set goals. you will prepare what is called as a business plan. You will prepare a business plan. In the business plan, you will write what will be the activities you will undertake, who will be the managers, who will be the type of employees, what is the market size, how will you do the selling system, what are the technology involved, everything in one place. So a business plan is a concise document for financial management. Financial management is part of business plan. Without a business plan, you should not touch any industry. Even for the purpose of investing, I'm telling you, if you are an investor, you should know the business plan of that company. What are they going to do with your money? Suppose my money is coming, the company is coming with a public issue offer. What are they going to do with that money? Are they going to increase their business? Are they going to repay the debts? Some companies are raising money from you to pay the debts. You should not invest in that. They are not in the growth path. They should go for expansion. Some companies are doing like that. So some companies are using the funds for mergers and acquisitions. That is good. That is called inorganic growth. You take some companies because I am having a turnover of 100 crores, let us say. The task given to me in Achi was, how do you make it 1000 crores in 1 year? Is the question clear? I'll repeat the question. My turnover in 2022-23, 23-24 is running. We have just started. We are in the May, second month. 22-23, let us say it was 100 crores. The task for a financial manager, you chalk out a plan of action, you chalk out a business plan to achieve 1000 crores, say by 2025. I am giving you 2 years time. Can you prepare? Can you prepare or not? Anyone? Is it possible to prepare a business plan for a future? Setting goals. You have to set goals. I want to achieve 1000 crores. That's all. You are a finance manager. Prepare the plan and submit to me within 1 week's time. That's all. The assignment is very simple. You prepare a business plan to achieve 1000 crores turnover in 2 years' time. I am a running company. I will give you all the inputs. I will give you all the inputs. You tell me as a finance manager, chief finance officer, I was awarded CFO award recently in a function held in Chennai. I have put it in the Facebook also. For my company, I raised the finance of about 500 crores in 6 months' time. I gave the proof, so I was given the CFO award. Every year, the Confederation of Indian Industry is giving award to the best finance managers. I also got the award. Several others got the award. Now the task is very simple. Can you think it is possible to prepare a business plan, a budget? It is called as a budget to achieve that from 100 to 1000. Is it possible? Any observations, please? Any comments? Ashwini? Ashwini?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to achieve or not?
Yes, sir, sure.
Good. I am happy it is. At least you have said yes. Only we will see how. Answer is yes. You can prepare a business plan. You can, this is called as a budget. You can prepare a budget envisaging 1000 crores after 2 years for whichever company you are working, where the turnover is 100 crores. There are different routes to reach the same destination, isn't it? I want to reach Calcutta from Chennai. I can come via Bombay also, I can come. I can go to Delhi. From Delhi, I can come to Calcutta. I can go to Varanasi, I can come to Calcutta. I can come via Bhubaneswar, I can come. There are so many routes are there. The which route you are choosing, your option. There are several routes. But you should know there are different routes, isn't it? You should know there are different routes. So financial management helps you to know what are all the various routes to get finance. To achieve that 1000 crores turnover, you require funds. Main people will say, sir, if I got money, I can, why 1000 crores? I can even achieve 10,000 crores. Okay, I am giving you more money. Is money enough? I am giving you, say, 200 crores money. Can you achieve? I am giving you a capital of 200 crores. I am asking you to achieve a turnover of 1,000 crores. It's not possible. Finance is not the only thing. Finance may be the most important thing. Along with that, you must have the marketing strategies, production strategies, technical know-how you should have. You should have that strong HR management, isn't it? You may branch out. For example, to achieve 1,000 crores, what I suggested was, in the case of Achi Masala, let us open a manufacturing unit somewhere in Mumbai, Maharashtra, to cater to the Western markets. Because we are sending everything from Chennai. What is the transportation cost involved? It's taking about 10% of our profit. You have a manufacturing unit somewhere in Maharashtra to cater to the requirements of Western India. You have one unit in Jaipur to cater to the North Indian states. You have one unit in somewhere in Orissa or West Bengal to cater to the Eastern India. And you know, in the case of food processing, the tastes are unique. You know that. Even in Tamil Nadu, in different places have got different cuisines, different recipes and all that. So depending on the market requirement, you can start manufacturing the product. For example, I'll tell you, we wanted to, in the case of TVS Motor, where I was a director, I'm telling you, we planned to sell scooty in China. You know, TVS scooty is very famous in India also. Normally it is preferred by girls, okay. Generally, girls for transportation use that scooty. It's very short, it's very gear operated, don't need to pedal and all that, very simple to operate. So people prefer that. So in China, there's a very big market. You know, China at that time, now there is a slowdown. There's a very big market. So what the TVS management did was, instead of exporting the scooties from Tumkur in Karnataka, there are factories in Tumkur. Instead of exporting from there, they decided to have a manufacturing activity in Shanghai, export zone. The Chinese government gave all the help, and it's all manufactured there itself and sold. So you can achieve growth in two ways. You either grow, you start expanding and all that, start expanding to new areas, diversifying it. For example, ITC is a Calcutta-based company. ITC is Imperial Tobacco Company. Some 50 years back, they were only manufacturing cigarettes. You know, now the cigarette is being banned everywhere, though there are smokers and all that. There's not a very big market for cigarettes in India today. Because of awareness and all that, everywhere it is written it is causing cancer, don't smoke in public place. People avoid, you know, for health reason. If family members are telling, don't smoke and all that. So ITC, the real name is in Calcutta, Imperial Tobacco Company. It was incorporated in Calcutta. But today, ITC gets turnover of 10% only from sale of cigarettes. The remaining 90% is coming from other products like biscuits, like oil. Okay, they are manufacturing so many types of sunfish biscuits. They are manufacturing so many items. They are having a chain of hotels. ITC, one of the biggest hotels in Chennai, called Grand Chola, it is owned by ITC. They are having chain of hotels. So how did they diversify? In business, we say you diversify. So a financial manager should be able to suggest how to diversify. Not only expand. Expand is in the same line. Go to some other lines also, isn't it? Like Reliance, you know, they are entering into every field. Ready-made garments, they are entering. They are entering into everything. Tatas, a highly diversified group. Tatas, they are in the big basket also. They are giving the fruits and vegetables at home within 15 minutes. They are advertising. Tatas are there from everywhere. Even a small pin, there's a steel in that. Even satellite, they are there. TCS is there. Software, isn't it? So they are everywhere, they are there. See how the group has diversified. So diversification will give you the turnover, will give you the profit. So today, if you want to survive, you should not confine to one activity. So the role of a finance manager is, you should be able to suggest new products, expansion, and prepare the financial statements and prove how much money he requires to implement that project, what will be the expansion will result ultimately, how the company expansion will take place. So those who are having the foresight, vision, what we call vision statement, vision, mission, red. Vision is, I want my enterprise to be a FMCG #1 in the country. Isn't it? FMCG company. Huh? So I want it a fast moving consumer goods. I am in that line. Or I want my company to reach the level of topmost. So it is a question of setting your own goals. I want to achieve a turnover of 10,000 crores. But I am not making an impossible statement. Just for the sake of statement, you cannot make a statement. You should justify your statement with a lot of inputs. That's a business plan. Business plan is in the background. Out of that, you are giving only to the investors, to the public, to the government, and all that. What are my projections? What are my projections of sales turnover in 2030? If you ask me today, I can give you. I am in 2023. Only financial year is over. 2023-24 is running. You want me to find out for the turnover of 2030? It is possible by zero budgeting. It is possible to work out. Assuming certain things, the assumptions are very important. So the financial manager, he leads a team, he gets a marketing manager, he gets a technical manager, he requires a HR manager, he prepares a corporate business plan, a consolidated business plan he prepares. The job has to be done by somebody has to coordinate, somebody has to build the cat. So the finance manager, he coordinates everybody. He brings them together. He prepares to the board, he submits a plan. Yes, sir, my report is ready. If all these things are there, he will achieve a turnover of 1,000 crores at the end of 2025. On March 31, 2025, I will achieve. If these inputs are given. Now, the next step to that is how to implement. So, set your goals. That is called planning. Planning is setting the goals. Second segment is raising. How to raise money? Okay, I want to achieve a turnover of 1,000 crores. I need 200 crores money. I want investors. I want in the form of equity, not debt. Equity is owned funds, debt is borrowed funds. Even equity given by an outsider, though borrowed from them, if they are giving us equity, an equity shareholder takes the risk in the company. If the company prospers, he also prospers. If the company is shut down, he also loses his capital. Whereas a debt investor, DEBT, he is bothered only about his money. He is not bothered about your growth. Whether your company is surviving, whether you are making payment of salary, whether you make payment of electricity, he is not concerned. He is concerned only with his money. Am I getting interest on the due date? If I am not getting interest, I will declare it as a non-performing asset, go to the court, recover. That is a bank. A bank is a debt. Debt means I give money. Controlling. I raise money. How do I control? I have to distribute that money to so many people, isn't it? The project may take 3 years to complete. So some may be for civil work, some are for equipment, some for payment of salary. thing. Make a statement. To whom I will pay the money? To whom I will allocate that money? Allocate the resources. That is the job of a financial manager. So a financial manager has to plan. I told you, in coordination with the people who are around him, raise the money from foreign and domestic resources, not only from India. We are going to see what are all the sources. There are 27 sources are there to raise money, not only bank. People think that to get money only banks. There are 27 sources to raise money. Then control. Control means regulating. To what activity I'll give what. Because money I cannot give for technology. Or entire money I cannot give for construction of the factory. I allocate under the sub-allocation I make it. Then administration of funds. Not only controlling, I see whether the funds are used for the purpose they are meant for. That is very important. Administration of funds. You should not waste the money because the money is a scarce item. Money is very scarce. I have seen some promoters, they start the industry. After 2-3 years, they get a profit. Say they invested about 1 crore. They have borrowed money about 4 crores from the banks or something. They make a profit of 1 crore, let us say, or 50 lakhs they make. Immediately what they will do, they will buy a house. You should not buy a house. It's unproductive activity under finance. You should use that money to increase your business, to start another branch, to expand, to diversify. Those who use the funds for personal purposes, they are to be blamed. The funds are to be used only for business purposes. You have your own building, say after 10 years or something like that, not now. Some people do that. They buy a luxury car. I have seen one company where I was a director. I was appointed as a director. To receive me at the Delhi airport, one beautiful BMW car came. I thought it is a hired car. Then I came to know the company has purchased that car. The company, I told the manager, how much you spent on that? He said about 50 lakhs. I told him, is it required? If this 50 lakhs is there, there are several other opportunities for you to increase business. Because people do not know, even people who are supposed to earn a lot of money, they do not know financial management. That is our analysis. Financial management is a very technical subject. It comes out of experience. It doesn't come all of a sudden. An excellent financial manager, it takes about 20 years field experience. You should be on the spot. You should be dealing with so many things, purchasing raw material, taxation, then planning for the company, then raising money from the public and also from the institution. So you should be an all-rounder. In a technical manager, he may know only technology. He need not bother about finance and all that. A marketing manager may bother only about marketing. A financial manager is coordinating the activities of all these people. So, devoted a use of capital and careful selection of the source of capital enabled a spending unit to move in the direction of reaching the goals. So, I set the goals. Maximize profit. How much profit? At least on my turnover, I must get for 10% of my profit. After all expenditures are over, I must get 10%. So I should be able to pay dividend to my investor. Madam said, Sonali, that we should have investors. What the investors want? Investors want from you dividend. As a promoter, the return on your capital is called dividend. They want dividend. 20%, 30%, 40%. Some companies are giving 100% dividend. What the government wants? Tax. What the investor wants? Return on that investment is called as the interest. Government wants tax. What the public want? Because you invested the social infrastructure, you develop hospitals nearby, you give free treatment to the patients. Suppose your factory is having a medical doctor coming every day. You use it, give it open to public also nearby. So public will be very helpful to you. They may not require the form of interest or dividend, but you are giving them medicine, free medicine you can give. You can throw a small party to all the villagers in that place where your factory is located. You throw a party, invite all the villagers, have a sort of a get together on the founding day. Okay, government, you pay the tax. What you pay to the government is called tax. What you pay to the return to the investor is called dividend. What you pay to the bank is called interest. So interest, dividend, tax. These are the three functions of a finance manager. You must increase your dividend, you must increase your tax outgo, you must increase your interest, isn't it? So a finance manager is measured by his capacity to manage all the stockholders so that they get the best in the world. There is no grumbling. They are very, very happy. All of them are very happy. Win-win situation. I invested about 10 crores in that company. My money is safe. I am getting 20% return. People are happy. People will give another 10 crores. They will go and tell outside, please invest in this company. I invested 10 crores. I got 20%. Money is safe. People will invest. So it is more by mouth to mouth. Why I am telling this is financial manager has to be very, very alert all the time. So financial management is the fulcrum of an industrial or a service enterprise. In short, we are completing because it's 12 o'clock. In short, financial management is a fulcrum. You know what fulcrum? There is a wheel, there is a fulcrum in the center. Axis of that wheel, the fulcrum, around which everything is rotating, isn't it? The entire wheel is rotating on that fulcrum. So financial management deals with planning, deals with raising both debt and equity, either debt fund or equity fund, controlling those funds to what judicious use, then administering those funds. You have to repay in time. If you don't repay to the banks, what will happen? Bank will take possession of that and bring it for auction. If you don't pay investor dividend, what will happen? They will not invest further in your company. There will be no trading in the stock exchange, isn't it? If you don't make government EB dues, electricity board, or taxation and all that, they will come and lock your company. There are so many companies I have seen in my own service of 50 years now. I have seen many companies because they were very, very complacent. Complacent means assault. But nothing will happen. For an enterprise, for the promoter of an enterprise or the industry, there is no question of holiday. There is no question of any leisure time. He has to work all the 24 hours, all the 7 days, all the 365 days in a year. If you are little bit complacent, you think that everything is normal, why I should worry? At that time only some problem will come. So the reason is you have to be alert all the time. A finance manager, he has to coordinate, he has to plan, raise both debt and equity from the market, control the funds, administer the fund, meet the expectations of all the stakeholders. There are 6 stakeholders. Meet the expectations of all the stakeholders. Then you can say the management of the finance, the company 100%. If you are weak in some areas, you should find out what are the weak areas and implement, give a medicine like that, Suppose you are not well, your sugar levels are high, what the doctor will say, take more insulin, take this tablet, take that tablet, to bring your sugar under normal level, isn't it? The same way for industry also, it's like a human being. If they are having some problem, as a finance manager, I do the restructuring. We tell them, stop this activity, don't manufacture in your house, outsource it and sell it. Outsource. Don't manufacture everything. You only do the marketing. Okay. The reason is you should not manufacture everything. In manufacturing, a lot of investment is required on raw material, in machines and all that. There are so many small units which are preparing manufacture for you. For example, in Achi, we sell the ghee. We don't manufacture ghee at all. It's all outsourced from a place in Tamil Nadu called Pollachi, where there is a lot of ghee manufacturers are there. Small units. So you are helping them also to market. You are also getting benefit, isn't it? The small units on their own, they cannot do the marketing. They may be doing only marketing in a small level in that place. But you can reach through the branding and all that. So the advantage is the micro enterprise as well as the large enterprise, they work together so that they are able to achieve the end result in the best way. So I am completing this session with this. Any questions, please, on the principles of financial management? The next Sunday we will take on other aspects.
Yes, sir. I think we require 4 or 5 episodes to complete. So it's a vast area. No? Today we get a lot of insight about the basic principles.
You can also raise some queries from your own practical experience. Why financial management is important in a company, in a corporate, or even a small company, in a small, say, turnover is only about 10 lakhs. Even there is very important. We have been telling the way, I've been organizing courses for micro enterprises, the budding managers. We tell them the prudent financial management. What is prudent? Prudent. Go home and look at the dictionary or look at the Google. What is prudent? Prudent means what a sensible person will do in that situation. Prudent means a sensible person, a person with abundant common sense, what he will do in that given situation. Not by emotions, not irrational, not acting emotionally. You should never do things emotionally. You should never do things irrationally. You should do things what a person of ordinary intelligence will do in that situation. So, financial management holds the key for success. If your unit is very well managed financially, all other things will also come together. It's like that. It brings together technical, marketing management, HR management, everything comes together, all the 4 pillars of management. It's not that because I am a finance man, I am stressing on finance. If I am a marketing man, I will say marketing management is the best. No, not like that. Everybody agrees. At the end of the day, how people assess you? What is your net worth? Isn't it? What is your net worth? Is the company making profit or loss? That's all. Nobody bothers about what technology you use, what marketing strategies you use, who are the managers. Oh, I invested in this company, its shares have gone up by 10 times. Very good company. I purchased the shares for 1,000 rupees. Today it's selling for 2,000. Excellent. So, financial management gives the credibility to your company, and people look at you from how best you are a finance manager, how best the finance is managed. Okay. So, we are taking the introduction today. We will go deep into that. What are the tools of financial management? What are the tools we are having? What are the financial tools? How these tools can be? Today, most of them are IT based. Most of them are IT based. Why? Everything is IT based. These tools are there today with us. These tools can give you a sound financial management in the proper perspective. We also take up next week what are the elements of banking, what are the various banking services available. We will go in detail to that. Summing up.
Sir, I have a query. Like our organization, EDVISHAN, is a newly founded organization. We haven't been able to generate any revenue. Okay, so are we eligible to register for stock market? Or
you
for
cannot
that we first...
Because to register for stock market, you should have been in existence for a minimum period of 3 years, number one. And the 3 years, you should have, your balance sheet should have been audited. Your financial statement should have been audited. And your turnover should be minimum 50 crores. And profit should be minimum 5 crores. If you want to get listed in the stock exchange, SME stock exchange, I am telling. Okay. You cannot straight away go to the stock exchange for registration. But you can get financial support from a bank, for which you can prepare a balance sheet. You need not be registered. All are not registered in the stock exchange or listed in the stock exchange. You can prepare a financial plan. For example, recently for one of the educational institutions like you, his name is Indian Institute of Knowledge Management, IIKM. You can see in the website. I am one of the persons associated. My friend Mr. Sabu is the owner. Mr. Sabu, SABU, is from Kerala. Okay. What this unit is doing, you can go and see. It is more or similar to EDVISHAN. More or less similar. You can see the website IIKM, or I'll send you the details also. Now, what this company is doing, it has affiliated with the Bharatiyar University, Bharatidasan University. They are offering so many courses, BA, BSc, BCom, all these things they are using. This is mainly for working experience. It's not online education. It's a classroom education. Because in online education, people do not take it seriously. You know, in classroom education, what they provide is they are also arranging for seats or MBBS in foreign countries like USSR and all that. Not Ukraine. Don't go to Ukraine. In China, like that. So they are also providing some services for overseas studies, for studies in India. A person who is not able to complete his BA or BSc, how he can join here and complete the course. They are also providing opportunities for employment, internship. They have got some tie-up with the employers who take these students for internship. They provide jobs to them. After some time, they become employees of that organization. So you become a comprehensive. So your income will come from all these activities, isn't it? You prepare a financial statement, say for 2023, 24, 25, 26. Establish your financially viable company. We have taken loan from a bank, 50 lakhs they are given. Based on future profit generation, future revenue generation. Okay, like VIT, how do they raise money? VIT University, where I am a professor. It's an education institution. What is their income? Main income by admission fees, isn't it? College fees, semester fees, tuition fees. That's the main thing. Then exam fees, so many other things are there. So they calculate how much income will come next year, what are going to be the expenditure, payment to faculty, maintaining the buildings, electricity. They prepare a budget. They establish at the end of the day that university is a profitable business model. It should be a profitable business model. At the end of the day, sorry, you have to establish that your industry or your enterprise is profitable, say after 3 years or 4 years, during the period of loan from the bank or from the investors. But to access capital market through stock exchange, there are different norms are there. You cannot straight away go to the capital market. You have to establish yourself, prove your credentials, then go to them, you will get it. Many companies have got it. You know, I have got for 10 companies of mine. They were all very small, started 10 years ago. Today they are getting listed in the stock exchange. They started with 1 lakh capital. Today their capital is more than 50 crores. Promoter did not bring 50 crores. Promoter might have brought about 2 to 3 crores only. Rest has come from investors, equity shareholders, overseas borrowings, external commercial borrowings. Why I am telling there is possibility of growth, but you should know how to achieve growth. If you do not know how to achieve growth, you will think the whole world is full of, you will think that it's not worth living. But I always consider the world has got tremendous opportunities, potential. You are not exploited. You are not exploited the full potential. You exploit the full potential with a sound financial management, with a technical expertise, with all kinds of inputs. Certainly you can do wonders. Only thing is what is required is positive attitude and willpower. These two are required. If you do not have these two, you have got all other things, you will not succeed. If you have got these two, you do not have all other things, you will succeed. So the positive attitude and the willpower and the knowledge of the basics of these things. For example, when I am telling you financial management, I am not reproducing from the textbook. I don't. I am giving you the essence of my 50 years in banking and finance. It will take for you minimum same 50 years for you to achieve. I am giving you the essence. I worked in various organizations. So I have got that expertise. I am giving you the essence of that to you. What you should do, what you should not do as a mentor. So this kind of things will not be there in the textbook. It will come only from people experienced like me, or there are so many people like me. They are called mentors. MENTORS. A mentor is a advisor, a hands-on hand holder. So he shares his experience with you so that you are able to use his expertise and achieve excellent results. That's why today you find in many of the organizations, people who are retired from banks, people who are retired from corporates, they are taken as advisors. They are provided because people retire at the age of 60. Today, people are healthy even at the age of 80. You know that. People are very active, isn't it? So, how to use that knowledge and experience, the senior citizens you call, you make them as advisor, you make them make us some sort of independent director. SEBI is appointed me as independent director in 2 corporates. So when I attend the board meeting, I tell them, you do this, don't do this. If you do this, you will achieve this. If you don't do this, you will not achieve this. That kind of knowledge, it will be difficult to acquire in the beginning. After a few years, you will be able to do that. But since the people who are already experienced like me are having the experience, today there's a vast pool of intellectuals in our country, isn't it? India is a country of intellectuals. The best brains in India. They are found everywhere in the world. You know that. We are having the best brains. Okay. Now, unfortunately, many best brains are going abroad. They are going and developing the economy of those countries. There's a lot of potential here itself. See, the thing is, what you have to understand is, what are the basics of why we are doing financial management? Put everything in black and white. What are the goals? What I want to achieve? To achieve that goal, what are the steps I should take? Okay. So we'll continue in the next week. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, sir.